How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Dusty Mac, and I do reactions like this usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you like these reactions, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Basically, tonight we have a brand new show set in the Game of Thrones universe, of course, Westeros. This is, from just what I read here on the blurb, like, this is set 200 years before D&D completely destroyed one of the most beloved shows of all time. And honestly, I don't know anything about the show. I haven't seen one single trailer. There's only 3 things that I know for certain, and one of those things is the reason why I'm actually watching this show. The first thing I know for a fact is that D&D, Denisoff, and Dubiosi, I don't know what their names were, the showrunners for Game of Thrones, have nothing to do with this. They are gone where they belong. The second thing that I know about this is that it's actually created and I don't think it's show ran, but like the plot and the world is set up by George R.R. Martin himself and some other dude. This isn't just like some people making fanfic in the Westeros universe like D&D were doing. This is actually probably going to be canon to the whole Game of Thrones universe. Although why he's messing with this and also Elden Ring when he still hasn't finished the Game of Thrones books, I don't know. But you know, he's doing what he's doing and he's staying alive, so good for you, George. And the third thing that I know about the show and the reason I am watching it is because Matt Smith, the Doctor himself, is in it. I think he's going to be a Targaryen because I saw that he had white hair in this, so I'm just excited to see what he's going to do. Like, who is his character? Is he somebody that we've heard about before, or is he going to be somebody completely new that just kind of like takes over the show? I'm really nervous because Matt Smith has not been in a lot of great things since leaving Doctor Who. He was in a Terminator movie that didn't do too well. I thought it was okay. He was the best part about that movie, actually. And then most recently, he was in Morbius, which is not the best movie. Honestly, it's the worst superhero movie I've ever seen. But the silver lining on Morbius was his part, because whenever he was on screen, it was just fantastic throughout. So, yeah, I don't know anything about this or what I can even expect from it, because it's set 200 years in the past, so I think it's all just going to be new stuff. So basically, I just really want to get into this because I don't know anything about this and I really want to learn. So yeah, like I said, if you like this reaction, please make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell in the corner because it'll tell you when my next video comes out, which is usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So yeah, I guess without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into this Game of Thrones prequel with House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 1. So far, it's just called Episode 1. Geronimo. Can't wait for the South Park episode for House of the Dragon, by the way.
As the first century of the Targaryen dynasty came to a close, House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength, with 10 adult dragons under its yoke.
Damn, 10 adult dragons?
Tragedy had claimed both his sons, leaving his succession in doubt. Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, the king's eldest descendant, and her younger cousin, Prince Viserys Targaryen.
Wasn't that what Daenerys, his brother's name was? I'm just gonna say this right now. I still don't know most of the characters' names from Game of Thrones, and I've loved that show. Like, I know like the main 4 or 5, you know? So I will not retain a lot of these character names, just throwing that out there.
Jaehaerys called the Great Council to prevent a war being fought over his succession.
I don't think it's gonna stop that war, though. It's a much more tribal intro. See, we can still sing the Game of Thrones theme song. Wiener, 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 wiener. So this is 10 years later. Okay, I like that. 172 years before that bitch went cray-cray. So I wonder if Matt Smith is going to be that guy's son. We're going to have some new dragon names too, aren't we? Drogo is the only one that I know. That's all gonna be on fire in a couple hundred years. It's strange seeing dragons just treated like horses or something. Like, whoa, boy, whoa, bring him in the stable.
Welcome back, Princess. I trust your ride was pleasant.
Try not to look too relieved, sir.
I am relieved. Every time that golden beast brings you back unspoiled, saves my head from a spike.
Tyrax is growing quickly. Almost large enough to settle too. I believe I'm quite content as a spectator.
Fosroda! It's the only dragon word I know. I didn't beat that game. Funny story about Skyrim. I played that game for like 60 hours and I was like, oh cool, I just beat it, because I did the whole Civil War story, you know? And my piece of shit roommate at the time was like, oh no, that's that was the side story. So I've never actually beaten Skyrim main story yet. That's one of those games I don't really feel like going back to. If you're wondering why I'm saying wiener a lot in this show, if you haven't seen the South Park episode about Game of Thrones, that was the song they sung with the theme song.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
Your Grace.
Good morrow, Alicent.
Alicent. Is she or isn't she? Alicent.
Rhaenyra.
Well, here you are, surrounded by attendants, all focused on the babe.
This discomfort is how we serve the realm.
I'd rather serve as a knight.
The childbed is our battlefield.
The growing alliance among the free cities has taken to styling itself the Triarchy. A man called Kragas Drehar has styled himself the Prince Admiral. They call him the Crab Feeder due to his inventive methods of punishing his enemies.
And are we meant to read?
Oh, I hope we don't see that. I think that was like a form of torture they used to do. Like they put people in crab baskets and lowered them and used them as crabs would just eat them.
Urge your brother to fill his seat on the council and provide an assessment of his progress as commander of the watch, considering the associated costs.
That's that's Fleabag's dad.
So I just want to say very much.
Oh shit, that's funny. If you haven't seen that show, I highly recommend it. It's hilarious.
Our forecast is as accurate as it can.
I can't see him sitting there without just...
Before the games are over, my son will be born.
We have no way of predicting the sex of the child.
There's a boy in the Queen's belly. I know it. And my heir will soon put all of this damnable hand-wringing to rest himself.
So that's his daughter. Like, kind of sucks that she has no claim to the throne, but I guess that was the precedent of why he took over, is because a woman couldn't have the throne at the time.
Sparo trivo se gauma kepus.
Is it? That throne looks a lot more hardcore than it did in the Game of Thrones series. Is that his voice? Is that's Smith? Ha! There's my boy! God, I love seeing Matt in more shows and movies. I hope he's not a bad guy, because I really want to like his character, just because he's Matt Smith.
Now, you and I both own a small piece of our ancestry.
I hope for my father that he gets a son. I want to fly with you on Dragonback and eat only cake. I'm being serious. I never just about cake.
I have a connection with her already.
The hour has grown late.
Oh, that's the tree where they killed the Night King, right? I can't remember what the tree's called, but it's like wasn't it like where the little elf children things lived? It's been so long since I saw Game of Thrones.
Is it healing?
It has grown slightly, Your Grace.
Oh, is that the scale rot?
Can you say yet what it is? Whatever it is, it needs to be kept quiet.
See the little finger of this show?
Cauterization would be a wise course of treatment, Your Grace. It will be painful.
Fine.
You don't need to show it. You don't need to show this. Okay, you can show this, but not the cauterization.
Has there been any word from your dear brother?
Not since I named him commander of the City Watch. I'm sure he will re-emerge for the tourney.
Is Matt Smith his brother then?
Nothing will cause the babe to grow a cock if it does not already possess one.
This child is a boy, a dream. Our son was born wearing Aegon's iron crown. And I placed our son upon the Iron Throne as the bells of the Grand Sept tolled, and all the dragons roared as one.
Born wearing a crown. God spare me. It's unpleasant enough as it is.
Unpleasant is quite the understatement.
This is the last time. 2 stillbirths and 2 pregnancies ended well before their time. But I've mourned all the dead children like her.
Unfortunately, I don't think she's going to have much of a choice if he wants another kid after this. Women in this time period and in this show aren't actually treated well, especially 200 years before what we saw. Yes, my boy.
You're a pack of hounds. My brother's city has fallen into squalor. Beginning tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
Why does he kind of look like Zenitsu from Kimetsu no Yaiba? Oh shit, is he raiding his brother's kingdom? Well, looks like the doctor's not a good guy in this.
Get up!
Get up! Starts beating him. Why are you falling? Damn, that's some cool armor. That's his fucking balls? Was that his balls? The Fuck! Oh, doctor, don't do this. Bring out your dad. Wow. So those are criminals then?
The prince cannot be allowed to act with this kind of unchecked impunity.
Brother?
He looks like he got caught like stealing a cookie from the cookie jar or something.
The city watch is not a sword to be wielded at your whim.
Nobles from every corner of the realm are right now descending upon King's Landing for my brother's tourney. Do you want them mugged, raped, murdered?
So he was clearing the streets before the big event. And how did he know they were all criminals? Like, it was just people out after curfew or something?
You've not been seen in the Vale for quite some time.
In the Vale, men are said to fuck sheep instead of women. I can assure you, the sheep are prettier. Your own lady wife passed recently. Did she not?
God, he is cocky, isn't he? I like him, but he's not a good character, I don't think.
Any further performances like last night's will be answered.
Understood, Your Grace.
Definitely going to be plotting to get that throne. I mean, as we first saw him, he was sitting on the throne, saying that he could be sitting there soon enough. Get it, Doctor! Oh, there's a lot of Doctor Who fans that are going to love this.
You're naked.
Yes, I am naked.
That's a doctor's ass. All right. Forgot how much I like Game of Thrones.
Perhaps a medal. The king cannot replace you.
Queen Emma has begun her labors.
You gonna get some jousting or something? Gonna get some jousting. Damn. Sometimes I wonder why they don't bring back jousting and then you see jousting.
I would humbly ask for the favor of the queen who never was.
Good fortune to you, cousin.
The queen that never was. It's a little Doctor Who like too, because there's like the never was king, I think.
There could have been king with his army of meanwhiles and never were.
That is a really cool use of a GoPro. Putting it on a jousting night. That's an awesome shot.
What do you know about the Sir Christian Code?
Commonborn is just unhorsed, both of the Baratheon lads.
That's a big horse and a big guy. Oh shit. That's Doctor. I gotta remember his in-show name. Some badass looking armor.
Eldest son of the hand of the king.
This is personal. Well, he is just so focused. Is he going for the kill here, or just... Ooh, damn, stayed on though. What the fuck, man? That seems like it was an illegal move. Oh, good, the horse is okay.
Nicely done, Uncle.
Thank you, Princess. I'm fairly certain I can win these games. Having your favor would all but assure it.
Is that his daughter?
Good luck, my prince.
Thought he was gonna hear bad news. Just give him birth.
All attempts to turn the babe have failed.
Do something for her.
We've given her as much milk of the poppy as we can.
Ooh. Oh, that's definitely not legal. You could just kill the dude if you're pissed off?
I wonder if this is how we should celebrate the birth of our future king, with wanton violence.
Oh, fuck! What the fuck is happening? They just... Oh, God. Oh, I don't want to see like I don't want to see that kind of gore. That's like real gore, not like fake violence gore.
It sometimes becomes necessary for the father to make an impossible choice. To sacrifice one or to lose them both. There is a chance that we can save the child, which involves cutting directly into the womb to free the infant.
It's a C-section, like a medieval C-section.
You can save the child.
It's gonna be a daughter, isn't it? Oh, it's gonna be a daughter, and he's gonna like kill the baby or go crazy or something. Is this how the Mad King starts? Oh, God, the piece that... There was a piece of his face that fell and was left behind. That was a great touch. Wow. That was a little gross. No favor there. This is the peasant born, right? Horse is revving up. Gotta get that horsepower up. Nice. I don't know why I'm cheering for him. Daemon is obviously the bad guy in this.
They're going to bring the babe out now.
It's gonna show everything, isn't it? It's gonna show the cut and pulling out. He's sacrificing his wife for another daughter.
No, it's all right. They're going to bring the babe out.
No, I'm scared, nothing.
Make sure you get the dullest, rustiest looking knife ever. Oh! Shit! Even did a little 50-50 grind there at the end. Oh. He is gonna take it out on him so bad. So they go 2 rounds and then they can choose to continue by a one-on-one. Damn! Whoever this peasant is, he's... God, like, there's no precision. It's just like cut and reach and pull. Oh shit! Maybe the Doctor's not in this show for very long. I laugh he's just on all the promos and dies first episode. Like Ned did. Kind of showboating there. Oh. Why the fuck would you turn your back, you dumb piece of shit?
Yield.
Don't do this. Hey, he just lost. Not surprising. I'm sure this guy's gonna be another main character in the show, but whew, she straight up died. So Game of Thrones episode 1, King died. Episode 1 of House of Dragons, Queen dies.
I was hoping to ask for the princess's favor.
I wish you luck, Sir Kristen.
Congratulations, Your Grace. You have a son.
Like, I'm relieved. Why am I relieved?
Had you and the Queen chosen a name?
Bane. A dragon pyre would be so fucking badass.
They're waiting for you.
Wait, the baby died? I was literally gonna say I thought like the baby was choking or something, but I thought it was just like a coup, and it cut away real quick, like it was just...
Dracarys!
She had to be strong for her dad right there. I mean, he lost his son and his wife that he sacrificed for his son.
This is the last thing any of us wish to discuss at this dark hour. That of your succession.
The succession is already set.
Daemon Targaryen.
It could destabilize the realm.
The realm? Or this council?
The City Watch is fiercely loyal to him. Daemon should be far away from this court.
Daemon is my brother.
That makes him qualified to run an army. This man is my plumber. He deserves his own garrison.
Daemon has ambition, yes, but not for the throne.
Who else would have a claim?
Daughter?
The king's firstborn child.
No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
Only by tradition and precedent.
If we cannot agree on an heir, then how can we
My
expect
wife and son are dead! I will not sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
Fucking timing, you know? Look, I know you just lost, like, everything and everyone, but, we gotta figure out who's gonna take your job next. It's like, no, you give me a few days just to, you know, calm down a little bit.
Send a raven to Old Town.
Thought he was rolling a joint real quick. I was like, man, they used to seal a joint with wax back in the day. That's kind of clever. Now we have these fancy little pens. I bought another one because this one goes through oil way too fast.
How is his grace?
Which is why I sent for you. Offer him comfort.
In his chambers.
Why exactly is he sending her up there? Like, it's not for the reason, is it? Because that'd be a little fucked up. He just lost his wife and kid. And I'm pretty sure that girl's pretty young. Or playing young, at least. Then again, Daenerys was like, what, 14 when she got married off to Khal Drogo? So, I mean, age of consent is kind of non-existent in this universe.
The Lady Alicent Hightower, Your Grace.
I thought I might come and look in on you, Your Grace.
Damn, is he carving that out of
Favorite of mine.
stone? It's like medieval Legos or something.
When my mother died, people only ever spoke to me in riddles. All I wanted was for someone to say that they were sorry for what happened to me. I'm very sorry, Your Grace.
Takes someone who's been through real grief to connect with somebody, you know. It's a whorehouse. Tits and dicks everywhere.
The King's sole heir once again.
Last night, Prince Daemon bought out one of the pleasure houses on...
King and Council have long rued my position as next in line. But dream and pray as they all...
They stop mid-fuck.
To the King's son.
Styling him the heir for a day.
That's a pretty rough thing to say.
Did you say it? The heir for a day. Did you say it?
We must all mourn in our own way, Your Grace.
Instead of being by my side, O Rhaenyra's, you chose to celebrate your own rise! You have no allies at court but me!
You've only ever tried to send me away, anywhere but by your side. Not once have you asked me to be your hand.
Why would I do that?
Because I'm your brother. The blood of the dragon runs thick. I see Otto Hightower for what he is.
An unwavering and loyal hand.
A cunt.
I have decided to name a new heir. You are to return to Runestone.
By order of your king.
Your Grace.
He's gonna be back. Time to go plot. So they finally addressed that then. I read that like the definition of the Iron Throne is like it's so jagged and it's not supposed to be comfortable to sit in, and it would routinely cut you and stuff.
When you look at the dragons, what do you see?
It's important.
Everyone says Targaryens are closer to gods than to men, but they say that because of our dragons. Without them, we're just like everyone else.
The idea we control the dragons is an illusion.
Targaryen must understand this to be king or queen. I'm sorry, Rhaenyra. I have wasted the years since you were born. You are the very best of your mother.
And I believe it. I know she did. You could be a great ruling queen.
Corlys Velaryon, Lord of the Tides, promised to be faithful to King Viserys and his named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra. I swear this by the old gods and the new.
Haven't heard that in a while.
And shall defend them against all enemies in good faith.
Is he taking a dragon? Taking a dragon and a whore!
Give me your hand. And just as Daenerys foresaw the end of Valyria, Aegon foresaw the end of the world of men. Just to begin with a terrible winter.
Are you gonna say the thing?
Rickon Stark, Lord of Winterfell.
Aegon.
I don't know who that is, but I heard the name Stark, you know. It's good to see a Stark in there.
When this great winter comes, Rhaenyra,
almost there.
The Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne. Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire.
Some dragon
This
glass.
secret passed from king to heir since Aegon's time. Now you must promise to carry it.
I, Viserys Targaryen, king of the Andals and the Rhoynar.
It sounded like he was just booting up his fucking dragon.
Do hereby name Rhaenyra Targaryen, heir to the Iron Throne.
All right, that was good. All right, everybody, that was House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 1. Still don't have an episode name. That was actually really good. Like, it took me a few episodes to get into Game of Thrones just because, like, there was a lot of, like, world building and... I don't know, it was just a lot slower paced, it felt like. Obviously, that could have been, of course, because they did have to actually build the world. And now this show exists in the world that's already been fleshed out, pretty much. But yeah, for a pilot episode, I was kind of in it right from the beginning. It was a little slower there at the beginning, just kind of talking about stories. But once you kind of got into, like, where you were and the kind of who people were, you get back into that, like, okay, this is more Game of Thrones. And it honestly, to me, did feel... like season 9 of Game of Thrones, just like with a completely new cast. But yeah, I like this. My favorite part of this is obviously Matt Smith, Daemon Targaryen, I believe. He seems to be very ambitious, very upset that he's been kind of pushed to the side and not been by his brother's side, like he said at the end. But it makes me wonder if the council, because in Game of Thrones, the council was pretty much like the core of good guys. They actually wanted to do good by the city and everything, and for the throne. We don't know these guys, so like Daemon told his brother, you know, you're weak and they're using you, they're manipulating you, and obviously that would piss off a king, and he exiled him or whatever. But not before he took his dragon and his whore. but maybe this council is manipulating this king to do the things that they want them to do, and it's not necessarily for the benefit of the city. What is this city called? I don't know why, I can't remember, but yeah, then we got this this princess, I can't remember her name, Viserys, maybe? No, that was the king's name. Varios, I don't know, but she got put up for his heir apparent because his wife and his son died. I don't know if they cut out the baby dying, because I felt like that's something they should have shown happen instead of just like, oh yeah, that happened. But I don't know if they filmed it and they had to edit it out, because that's obviously a very traumatic thing to show. But there was that moment where he's holding them, and I heard like a choke or a cough or something, and I was like, oh, that's just the baby cooing, or making baby noises. And then obviously we never see that baby again. So yeah, the baby died, and the mom died, obviously, because the mom was sacrificed for the baby. But yeah, it obviously sets up like an inter-family conflict with Daemon wanting the throne, and Daemon and the princess were really close. But I don't know if he's going to try to kill her now, obviously, because she's the next heir. And I don't know. I guess that's... we got 12 dragons to kill off, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of crazy action in the show. So anyway, guys, if you like this episode, please make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm and subscribe, and hit that little bell in the corner because it'll tell you when my next video comes out, which is usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I also do some bonus videos and stream hardly ever. And if you guys want to support the channel financially, the Patreon and everything else is down below. And with the Patreon, you're going to get these episodes slightly unedited in full length week or weeks before the YouTube audience. So if that interests you, go check that out. If not, they'll be on the YouTubes eventually. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. You know I love and appreciate every single one of you. And remember, if you're going to go outside, wear that mask, don't be an ass, and I will see you all next week for some more House of the Dragon. Take it easy, guys.
I'm never just about cake.